I know some of you might actually watch this when you wake up in the morning. Whenever you wake up, there's an important update, especially for mothers. This is an important update for mothers in Guyana, for your sons, right? I will explain myself. So, this evening, I would have made a post earlier. I made a live earlier today where I was telling you that in my conversation with Dr. Caleb, which was the family doctor who seemed to be assigned to the Young family, good evening, right? I was telling you that based on our conversation, I called him after the autopsy. I saw the live stream he did. I had made a repost of it. And I had some questions, so I called him the next morning. And, I asked him a few questions. Among them, I asked, when you said in your live that you expected the result to be drowning, how did you know that? And he said, well, with all the drownings at Doubleday, they always have fluid in their lungs. We don't know how they do it, but they have a way. That's a quote. And anything I told you that Dr. Caleb told me, I'm willing to sit down and do a polygraph. A polygraph administered by a foreign investigator, someone impartial, okay, that my lawyer is involved in choosing, because I know y'all by now, right? And I hope Dr. Caleb would be willing to be hooked up to the very same polygraph machine. I'm not lying, right? I also told you that Dr. Caleb, I challenged him on his claim that there was froth or mucus in the nose of Adriana Young when she was pulled from the pool. And he agreed with me that it was cotton wool, right? He said that it's cotton wool, and the body was tampered with because that's not the condition it arrived at the autopsy home in. It wasn't found in that condition. She was found with cotton wool in her nose. He conceded on that point as well. You will note that he had promised to come back and make a live about the cotton wool. Never came back and made a live about the cotton wool. So all of a sudden, I'm there relating what the good doctor told me because I'm still under the belief that he's the family doctor. I did ask at some point that I said that they were speculations, given that he has a property up the coast in somewhere around Tushen, if not in Tushen, if I'm not mistaken. And there was rumors that he was friends with Minister Indar, who also lives in Tushen and might have known the owners of Doubleday International, also in Tushen, and that the some people in the government were backers of his purchase of Medical Arts Hospital. He didn't respond to any of that. And instead of saying, which is what I thought he might say with the cotton wool, I thought he was going to come back to clarify that yes, because all this time I'm thinking this guy is a family doctor. He is interested in justice for this little girl. So I expected maybe he'd come back and say, well, I don't know, and the cotton wool was missing, and maybe it got removed by the police or someone at the parlor or somebody, or it fell out, or, but it was stuffed in there. It couldn't just fall out. Maybe he would have just come back and say, well, it wasn't me. I don't know who did it, but for sure, as we discussed, Francis, the cotton wool was missing, and I agree that it was cotton wool. Instead of saying, no, I didn't say it was cotton wool, I said it was froth, he went all the way back to saying, I never spoke to Francis Michael Bailey. He said, I never spoke to Francis, never had that conversation. Then he went so far as to say, I never spoke to any of the family members. I never spoke to the dad, as I claimed in my life. So I posted screenshots of the call log with me and Dr. Caleb, showing that it was, as I said, after the autopsy, and the call lasted 19 minutes. 19 minutes. So did you accidentally pick up your phone and then we had some air conversation for 19 minutes? If you said you never had a conversation with me, how is that? How is it that you messaged me on Signal and then I see one of the messages you went back and deleted it? You try to say I'm an instigator, right? Instead of explaining yourself. And this is what kind of started making me feel as if Dr. Caleb was compromised, perhaps, right? Because you came with a very familiar narrative. As soon as I called you out, you start saying I'm instigating violences. Then I see somebody telling me, they got some posts now in retaliation saying that he's a junkie. Well, I'm a junkie that could correct you on the fact that There is no such thing as violences. It's just violence. Okay? And I'm not instigating or advocating for violence. You guys that have been following me would know, just about every single video, just like this one, I call for peace. I reiterate the fact that Adriana's parents, her family, called for peace. Her father wants peace. He don't want nobody looting and burning and rioting in the name of his daughter. And I am not supporting that kind of behavior either.
Even when you go and take a shit, you should have never been hired in the first place. You should have never been. Them people, I don't care if you come and offer you services and offer $50 million with your services, I wouldn't take you. I would not take you because you're a piece of it. Dr. Caleb, I'm telling you right now, you compromise the integrity of this entire process when you show up and start running your mouth. You compromise the entire process, and they're gonna have people that's gonna be mad at me for saying this.